Hey, fellow babies. Harley here. Thought it was about time I got back on the pony, I guess. I know I left a short with a little bit of a description of what's been going on, and I'm not going to get too deep into it. I mean, I've got a lot of personal stuff going on that's affecting a lot about my life right now. So I'm trying to get through that. Music has been a savior, as usual. No, down you go. God, that pain in the butt. Unreal. I've never seen a more needy cat in my life. Anyway, speaking of needy, let's talk about Sammy Hagar and the Best of All Worlds tour that's coming up. Wow, have I got opinions on this. So Sammy's going to tour with Michael Anthony, of course, Jason Bonham, and Joe Satriani for this tour. And I know there's been some posts of Satch trying to play or attempting the Enter the Mean Streets, and there's been a lot of crap about that. Look, Joe Satriani is a great guitar player. There's no two ways about it. Okay? There's no back and forth on it. Joe Satriani is a great guitar player. That's as much as I'm going to say about that. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are practicing that lick or that are going online saying, but I mean, you can copy Eddie Van Halen. That's just fine. You're not a Joe Satriani and you're not an Eddie Van Halen. So anyway, the bottom line is Eddie Van Halen and Alex, I think both, have a penthouse condo in Sammy Hagar's head. And they're living rent-free. I mean, October 6th, we passed the anniversary of Eddie's passing, unfortunately, and that stands on its own. But I know Alex seems to be, Alex is not a very forthcoming person. Nobody knows if it's just he's done. He just wants to just relax and live his life. And he's done his bit for rock and roll. Or if he just doesn't like Sammy that much that he just doesn't want to talk to him. But, of course, Sammy's come out and said that Alex won't talk to him and won't reply to him. And how come we don't do this? And how come we don't do that? And tour. And how come we don't get back together? And, man, Sammy is becoming a bad boyfriend. Like, take the W and keep on moving. Sammy had a career. I don't understand why this Van Halen thing has completely sucked up his life. Anyway, they're going out on this Best of All Worlds tour where they're going to cover some of the Dave stuff, but mostly the Sammy stuff from his era with Van Halen. And I guess ticket prices or ticket sales will be the determining factor. I think there's one show in Canada. Let me just take a quick boo here. I think they're coming to Vancouver, or is it Toronto? Might be just Toronto. Not a lot of U.S. dates, of course. Yeah, Toronto, that's it. That's the only date. When is that? It doesn't even say. July 31st. July 31st. So there you go, Slammy. The tour starts, I think Sammy and the Circle are touring up into February, and then the July starts the Best of All Worlds tour. So there's a lot of room between now and then to see what happens. Sammy's got to do this. He's got to get it off his chest. It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. There'll always be some lost topic that he wants to discuss about the Van Halen brothers or the Van Halen era. Apparently he's invited Alex and Dave to this tour, which is absolutely meaningless because David Lee Roth is not going to show up to Sammy's tour. And if Alex Van Halen has not responded to any outreach from Sammy, I doubt very much he's going to take an invitation to this tour now. So nice to come out in the public and say that. Those are things I think I'd have kept quiet on, to be honest, on my own. Like, you just pointing fingers at people at that point. So, anyway, that's my opinion of it. If it was coming here, would I see it? Yeah, I might. I mean, there's a lot of talent in that band, right? I mean, I would be going to see Bonham, Anthony, Satriani, and Hagar on lead vocals. That's what I'd be going to see. I'm not going to see a Van Halen rehash show or anything of that nature. It's all about the music at that point. So, yeah. So that's my opinion on that. I don't know how much more. If the tour is going to go any more broadly than it is, it's set to end in August 31st now. I'm sure if the dates, if sales are great, then the dates will expand. It's only North America now, again, with one Canadian date, and the rest is all US. It's a comfort zone thing. If it explodes, it could go European, it could go who knows where. Yeah, and that's about it on that topic, folks. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds. It seems like every day I open a social media source, I hear something about Sammy talking about either Van Halen, Eddie, or Alex. So I guess free publication for them. But I've got another topic, but I'm going to save it for another video because I think it should be talked about on its own. Coffee. Oh. Anyway, that's where it sits right now. Hagar the Horrible Tour coming up. Best of all worlds. Let me know in the comments if you're going to go. If you're interested in it, what your thoughts are on the whole thing. I mean, it's been a long time, right? I mean, the last time we saw any action from the Hagars with Van Halen on album was The Human's Being, and a bit of a follow-up tour after that, and it kind of didn't go well. So anyway, comment down below. Glad to be back. I got a little bit of getting into it to get into it, but I'm going to get into it. Love y'all. Peace.